Coming up, a week of all things free and fun. How Iowa City gave residents an opportunity to explore downtown like never before.
And the City of Literature is teaching people of all ages how the One Book, Two Book Festival shows children the value of writing.
Who shined through Iowa Women's Basketball Senior Day?
Spring returns, but just for a day. I'll have your full forecast in weather.
All that and more
coming up right now on DITV.
Good morning, live from Iowa City. It is Monday, February 23rd, and I'm Hannah Fideli.
And I'm Liz Schultz.
And the third member of our team, Kate Vernon, is live in the Adler Journalism Building to tell us today's forecast.
You know, I was pretty positive that last week was the end of winter, but I guess we haven't escaped that yet, have we, Kate?
Hannah and Liz, it is true, winter has not yet ended, but things do look a little bit better heading into this week. I'm here live in the Adler Journalism Building where it is currently 14 degrees. Now, let's take a look at the Petitcrest cam. Today you can expect a sunny day and a high of around 27 degrees with wind gusts at 17 miles per hour. Tonight will be colder with temperatures in the mid-teens and partly cloudy skies. Moving into tomorrow, it will warm up to a high in the mid-40s and a low of about 20 degrees. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I am tired of lugging my big coat around, so I'm definitely hoping for some warmer weather later on. I'll have the rest of your forecast later. For now, I'll send it back to Hannah and Liz.
A Winter Arts and Culture Festival came to Iowa City for the second year, and we have DITV's Kenna Murtis and Linda Lacco with the full coverage and how this week provided free, fun entertainment for all.
Iowa City had a packed week bringing the community together despite the cold winter days. Free Week, sponsored by Iowa City Downtown District, is the second annual festival bringing arts and culture to the community. Monday night filled the air with creativity and passion all across downtown Iowa City. The Riverside Theater, located on the pedestrian wall, hosted a group singing cabaret, an intimate performance between the audience and the performers.
On Tuesday, in honor of Lunar New Year, the Iowa City Public Library fell into collaboration with students from Iowa City West High School. These students performed a dragon lion dance that brings good luck, warding off evil spirits, and symbolized prosperity.
And through this form of, education, I feel like I'm actually making a real impact to help fix that. Teaching kids about other cultures, especially on their holidays.
And children also had the opportunity to dress up in dragon attire and get first-hand dance lessons of the routine.
And Wednesday afternoon, Iowa City Press Co-op opened their doors for anyone who was eager to get crafty. Participants used pre-made designs by local artists that they pressed onto fabrics and/or t-shirts.
As printmakers, we love to give stuff away because we're always printing editions of things, so this makes it that much sweeter.
Free Week has not only sparked positivity for participants, but also local shops as well. Artists, a part of the Press Co-op, volunteered to help bring the visions and art to life.
Thursday night, Iowa alum Luke Haver-Halls made an appearance at the Iowa City Public Library to talk about cleaner fashion, in other words, plastic to plants. The event was sponsored by Roots and Shoots City Club from Iowa City High School.
It's a wonderful way to explore our community, get to know some new venues, and have some new experiences.
In honor of late Jane Goodall, who was a large advocate for this line of work, was one of the large influences of this event.
And Linda, tonight's event is just one example of what Free Week has to offer.
You are so right about that, Kenna. And as Free Week continues on into the weekend, communities are getting even more involved.
On Saturday, families danced like no one's watching, where the U Iowa Museum of Natural History hosted a silent disco.
Everyone together, museums, and try to put on something to let folks know it's the middle of winter, but we're still here, we're in this together, let's have some fun.
Participants got their own headphones that pumped music from the DJ. While they jammed out to music, they also got to explore the museum and see all the exhibits provided.
As Free Week comes to an end, it provided many opportunities for both students and community members to explore Iowa City beyond the campus. From the University of Iowa, Linda Lacco,
Kenna Murtis,
DITV Arts and Culture.
And the Board of Regents will head to the University of Iowa Wednesday for another meeting. Here's some of the things on the agenda you might want to keep an eye out for. University of Iowa leaders are asking the board to temporarily suspend the master's program in sustainable development while they review its future. At the same time, a new program could be added. Officials are seeking approval for a bachelor's degree in special education. And for students and staff who drive to campus, parking costs may be going up. The university is proposing a 3% increase, or about $9, for commuter permits, along with higher fines for some violations. Final decisions on parking changes will be decided in April. We'll have your full coverage of the Board of Regents online at thedailyiowan.com.
And the Iowa legislature reached a major deadline last week, Funnel Week.
We have DITV's Avery Evans live in the newsroom to break down some of the biggest bills that made it out of committee.
Liz, Hannah, Thursday was the first major deadline of the legislative session, with both the Senate and House requiring bills to make it out of the committees to stay alive. There are hundreds of bills that are continuing on. Here are some notable ones that survived. One bill looks to limit the ability to sue farmers for greenhouse gas emissions, while another requires local fire districts to use soybean-based foam to reduce firefighter and environmental exposure to forever chemicals. Over in education, one bill is pushing for cameras in special education classrooms. Another addresses the reaction to political activist and media personality Charlie Kirk's death. It revokes educator licenses for publicly celebrating any act of politically motivated violence, including the unlawful killing of Charles J. Kirk. Another bill hopes to allow firearms in vehicles on school grounds. And one impacts right here in Iowa City as it looks to close the State Historical Society. And in national news, Secret Service shot and killed a man after he allegedly drove into the perimeter of President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago residence. It happened around 1:30 a.m. on Sunday morning when 21-year-old Austin Tucker Martin allegedly entered the north gate of the property with a shotgun and gas canister in his car. Palm Beach County Sheriff Rick Bradshaw says agents told Martin to put down the equipment before shooting and killing him. Now Trump has faced threats on his life in the past, including 2 assassination attempts during his 2024 campaign. Reporting live from the newsroom, Avery Evans, DITV.
And the U.S. showed up in the Milan 2026 Winter Olympics with some incredible and historic wins. The U.S. men's hockey team clinched gold for the first time since 1980, beating our neighbor to the north, Canada. And the last time they won this event was against the Soviet Union in the famous Miracle on Ice game during the Cold War. But that wasn't the only historic gold medal earned. 21-year-old Alyssa Liu captured the gold medal in women's single figure skating. She was the first to win from Team USA in 24 years. How incredible. And Team USA finished with 12 gold medals and 33 medals overall, marking one of the country's strongest Winter Olympic Games.
And this next story might be triggering to some viewers as it discusses themes of sexual assault on campus. One theater student's thesis project is bringing awareness to the stage. The story is called How to Defend Yourself and follows a group of 7 students who attended a self-defense workshop hosted by a friend of someone who was assaulted. The theme of the show was you can find community in trauma by focusing on the impacts outside of just the victim and the assailant. The director, Meredith Healy, hopes everyone in the audience can take away something different.
People that come to see the show is let this show challenge you. And I think different people with different life experiences are going to connect with this story in very, very, very different ways. However,
sexual assault is a very real theme in the lives of many college students today, and the play wants to highlight that you are not alone. If you or someone you know has experienced assault, you can call the Domestic Violence Intervention Program's hotline, as seen on your screen.
And the University of Iowa's theater department is celebrating another success, wrapping up its 29th annual 10-Minute Play Festival. This year's event drew enthusiastic crowds, all there to support undergraduate writers, actors, and directors. DITV's Ansha Kagura shows us why the festival is such a meaningful opportunity for theater students.
6 plays in 60 minutes. The University of Iowa Theater Department hosted 6 plays, all lasting 10 minutes, conducted by undergrad students. The play highlighted the talent of undergraduate students in writing, directing, and stage managing performances throughout the event. The event also consisted of intricate set design and tackled different themes such as political turmoil and human nature.
Everyone's got a different flavor to all the shows. They're all kind of really different, but there are through lines through all of them, which is kind of interesting to see.
Not only does this showcase the talent of young artists, it also creates a sense of community among them.
Working on shows and participating in this process, even, like, you make so many friends and you get to know so many people.
10-Minute Play Festival is known to give a free hand to actors, challenging them to work with a limited set of design.
They've been very relaxed and have given us the opportunity to explore the characters on our own and not just limitations set in a script.
The last 28 editions have led to more audience members and increasingly greater experiences.
And I genuinely enjoyed so much of it. I felt like the acting was done really well. You could really see the actors, the directors, the writers cared so much about this process.
Student show like that, and it's awesome.
As the 29th edition comes to an end, it is apparent that University of Iowa Theater Department is continuing to support students who have a passion for theater. From Alan McVeigh Theater, Anshika Gura, DITV.
A new local coffee shop in Iowa City is supporting small businesses on top of its expansion. Zoetic Coffee opened its second location in Iowa City months ago and is already using its success to help other entrepreneurs. It's located in the South District Market on the south side of town. They recently added weekly makers markets every Wednesday where they display handmade items for sale from local crafters. Owner Lisa Bishop says this weekly market is a great way to help other small businesses who are just starting out.
When people are just starting off, they need all the support that they can get, and I think this is an opportunity that we've been given a platform and a space that we can help them grow their business as well.
Weekly featured items include everything from raw honey to accessories and clothing and more. Bishop says it's been her lifelong dream to open a welcoming space that combines creativity and coffee all in one.
Iowa City's annual Children's Book Festival returned this weekend for its 16th year, bringing children a sense of why writing can be so valuable. DITV's Gabby Risk takes us inside the festival to get a closer look about what it's all about.
Fun, free, and family-friendly events lined downtown Iowa City this past weekend for the One Book, Two Book Festival. The festival is put on by Iowa City's UNESCO City of Literature and has been running since 2010, with the aim of giving kids opportunities to engage with reading in unique and informative ways. With so many different things competing for kids' attention and time, the festival hopes to give them a weekend of fun and show them that that fun can be associated with storytelling.
You know, everything is about the written word and storytelling, but we want to make sure that they're having fun while they're doing it.
Some of the festival's events included author readings, illustrating classes, various contests, and a reptiles writing workshop, where kids even got the chance to interact with actual reptiles to help inspire their storytelling skills. Books were also being sold throughout the event by local vendors and organizations, meant to help create awareness for these Iowa City businesses and give them the opportunity to meet with the community.
I think that the Iowa City community is really fortunate to have a lot of children's literature and authors and illustrators, and I think it's fun to showcase that kids can have a festival just like adults can have a festival.
As a UNESCO City of Literature, Iowa City has a strong interest in spreading the love of reading to people of all ages, no matter how young. And with recent Iowa legislation gaining attention regarding children's access to books, the organization's interests have been renewed.
I think it's important to be able to do these sorts of things. It's not lost on us that in Des Moines there are debates going on about whether kids should be able to have access to books, and we're here to say that they should, and this is part of the reason why we do what we do.
And to cap off the day, some very special storybook characters even made an appearance to take pictures, helping to further bring kids' imagination to life. From downtown Iowa City, Gabby Risk, DITV.
And coming up later, how both Iowa women's and men's basketball performed against ranked opponents. The Diamond sports continue to thrive. Iowa gymnastics makes history yet again, and more, all after the break.
Hey guys, my My name is Marshawn Gunn. I graduated from the University of Iowa in December of 2024. Now I'm a reporter at WQAD News 8 here in the Quad Cities, specifically Moline, Illinois. Now, as a reporter here, I pitch ideas, I shoot my own video, I interview people, I edit my videos, I make social media posts, I make articles online. I do a lot, and that's what you're basically signing up for as a local journalist in local markets. And one thing that I've really learned being here is that you have to get to know the people that you're interviewing or talking with, because it's really the connections that are going to make the stories the best for you. So it takes a lot of hard work though. So being at the University of Iowa, shout out DITV, it really helped me learn how to actually interview people and make those personal connections. So yeah, go Hawks.
Welcome back to DITV, your spot for all the latest in Iowa City.
Hannah, I looked at the temperature this morning, 11 degrees.
Don't remind me.
Can we believe it?
No.
It's incredibly cold out there, but honestly,
who's surprised?
We're getting closer and closer to spring break, but you know, we're going to take a look back outside with Kate again, who has the forecast for the week ahead.
Yeah, Hannah and Liz, do not fret. We will see these temperatures increase later this week. Taking a look back on the Pentecrest, looking at Wednesday, the high will be around 36 degrees with some clouds and breezes in the afternoon. Thursday would feel slightly warmer at about 40 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. Friday will be a great day to go outside with some sunny skies and temperatures almost reaching 60 degrees. Saturday will be colder than our lovely Friday weather in the mid-40s and a low in the mid-teens. Sunday also cools down even more to a high of about 27 degrees and a low of about 20. Looking at these temperatures, it definitely seems like Friday is the best day to take a walk outside on the Pentecrest or even visit one of your favorite Iowa City cafes. Other than that, it seems like the rest of this week I will be sitting indoors with a cozy blanket and perhaps a movie. For now, I'll send it back to Hannah and Liz.
Well, it doesn't seem like it'll be heating up that much outside anytime soon, but
Nope.
I know it's been heating up on the hardwood.
Sure
Did I get that right?
You did get that right. It's been a very exciting time for basketball here at Iowa. But yesterday, the Iowa women's basketball team took time to recognize some seniors. DITV's Colin Carruthers has the rundown on Iowa's performance and their top 10 takedown.
An emotional Sunday. 50 straight games Carver Hawkeye Arena sold out for women's basketball. This crowd primed to Senior Day to celebrate 4 Iowa Hawkeyes.
Dad, thank you for the opportunity to be here.
But before walking up the Senior Day aisle, it was a treat of a top 15 matchup between number 6 Michigan and number 13 Iowa that didn't live up to the characteristics at first. The game started with plenty of jump balls and turnovers on both sides. Then it was more missed shots and mistakes, majority on the Michigan side. However, what you do expect in these top contests is big shots followed by a boisterous crowd. Iowa had their own mistakes, but they stayed afloat to keep scooting away from the Wolverines for a 62-44 win.
And when everybody was diving and tying everybody up and banging a little bit, I just think it was two really, hard-working teams. And I loved our blue-collar mentality today.
The star of the show was none other than Ava Hayden. She would finish the day with her 8th double-double of the year with 24 points and 10 rebounds. It's her 3rd consecutive 20-point double-double, the longest streak by a Hawk since Caitlin Clark. While the seniors got their chance to say goodbye to the fans today, they do have one more regular season appearance right here on Thursday, taking on Illinois. From Carver Hawkeye Arena, Colin Carruthers, DITV Sports.
And the men's basketball team, coming off an upset win over number 9 Nebraska, was set for another test yesterday. DITV's Cole Krieger breaks down how the team did against another rival, this time on the road.
Last year when the Hawkeyes walked into the Kohl Center, they got 116 points rained up on them, a Badger school record. This year, the Hawkeyes were not just looking for a better result, but back-to-back ranked wins.
Both teams came out of the gates hot, shooting well from deep. When Iowa looked to extend their lead, Wisconsin kept countering back, with the Hawks going into half up 1.
The game playing was actually really good. Tagged the correct way. We didn't communicate the correct way. just didn't do what we were supposed to do.
Iowa's offense came out stagnant to start the second half, and when Wisconsin got the lead back, the game turned into a game of tug-of-war. When Iowa would score, so would Wisconsin. And when Wisconsin would miss, so would Iowa.
In the second half, we stalled a lot. We didn't get to second actions a lot. Didn't pass as well as we did the first half. Didn't get stops. You're naturally playing in the half court so much to where you can't get a good rhythm there.
With under 4 minutes to go, the dominoes would fall, with Wisconsin's lead blossoming up to 13, with Iowa unable to slow down Wisconsin's Nick Boyd.
I'm just really disappointed in our coverage, though. It was pretty poor.
Well, Iowa didn't allow a program record in points like they did last year at the Kohl Center against the Badgers. They did suffer an 84-71 loss, the first time they've allowed more than 80 points in a game this season. From the Kohl Center here in Madison, Wisconsin, Cole Creed, DITV Sports.
And heading outside to the Diamond, the Iowa softball team competed in the Campbell Invitational over the weekend, finishing 3-2. The Hawkeyes split the first day, defeating the Radford Highlanders 11-3, but falling to the Campbell Camels 8-2. But things looked up for Iowa on day 2 as the team swept both opponents, shutting out Radford 4-0 and dominating Campbell 10-4. But despite the comeback, the Hawks couldn't finish it out, falling to the Miami, Ohio Redhawks 4-1 and finishing the weekend 3-2. Iowa will get a brief break, returning to action on Thursday where they will face McNeese State. Iowa baseball also came out of the weekend with a positive record, going 2-1 in their series against Florida Atlantic. On Friday night, Gable Mitchell went deep for the first time this year, and Tyler Guerin only allowed 1 run across 4 innings to power Iowa to a 7-2 win. On Saturday, pitcher Logan Rundy exited early with an injury. Still, the Hawks found a way to win thanks to Jaron Bleeker's 4.2 scoreless innings of relief. FAU prevented the sweep on Sunday, grinding out a 3-2 win. Iowa is back at home this Tuesday against Wartburg at 4:05 p.m. The Iowa gymnastics team had another stellar meet where they took down the 19th ranked Nittany Lions. DITV's Morgan Burhans has the story on how the Gymhawks made history yet again.
The 20th ranked Iowa gymnastics team took the floor at Carver Hawkeye Arena to compete against the 19th ranked Nittany Lions. The last time the Gymhawks were in this building, they set their all-time program best score. The Hawkeyes were able to carry that momentum forward, earning them a victory against the Nittany Lions and setting new marks to their already record-breaking season. It all started on vault, where Sophie Shriver took the title with a 9.875. The Gymhawks then moved to the bars, where they made history again with a program best 49.45. Freshman Daisy Bowles led the pack with a nearly perfect 9.95. Olympian Aurelie Tran followed, tying her season best with a 9.925.
And it's nice when you execute the gymnastics and the scores follow.
In the third rotation, Iowa built on their lead, posting a 49.075. Iowa closed out on floor, where they captured a stellar 49.475. In her season debut, Elise Karenbauer captured her all-time best at a 9.925.
So awesome for Elise, super proud of her. She's gone through a lot. I'm so grateful for it. I'm so happy about that, but just doing it for my team and kind of coming back after that big injury, and I'm just really excited to get back out there.
She shared the floor title with Iowa legend Jerquavia Henderson, who scored the same. Aurelie Tran continued her outstanding season after securing her all-time best and winning her 4th all-around title of the season. With this win, the Hawkeyes excelled themselves to a perfect 6-0 record in Carver Hawkeye Arena. They will next be on the road at California to take on UCLA and others in the Big Four meet. From Carver Hawkeye Arena, Morgan Burhans, DITV Sports.
Moving over to the mat, the top-ranked Iowa women's wrestling team had a victorious regionals meet. They advanced all 10 wrestlers to the NCAA National Championships meet with 8 winning individual regional titles. Kylie Welker highlighted the day, earning back-to-back technical falls, one being in just 15 seconds. You can watch the outstanding wrestling team compete for a national championship on March 6th and 7th at the Extreme Arena. But on the men's side of the mat, the 7th-ranked Hawkeyes continue to fall, losing to 3rd-ranked Oklahoma State last night. The OSU Cowboys crushed the Hawkeyes 32-11, winning 7 of 10 bouts with 3 pins. Iowa had a 6-series win streak over Oklahoma State coming into the night, but the streak was snapped as the Cowboys took their largest margin of victory over the Hawks since the 1960-1961 season.
Well, thank you for joining us online or listening on KRUI 89.7 FM.
We're here live from Iowa City every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8:30 a.m. and online anytime at dailyiowan.com.
For all of us here, we will see you again live on Wednesday morning right here on DITV.